Me? I've always loved porters. Through freezing rain and biting wind, across rivers, mountains, and endless deserts, they come to deliver something priceless, a glimpse of a life I've never known. They're my window, my sole connection to the outside world, and I know they'll be back again today.
-61. Have I ever really loved someone? Do I deserve what I've got? Now the crazy system's turned into traps and the fear is switching sides. I own $1 million worth of stock, but I still won't sleep at night. What is it that I've become? -61. Now the water level rises high in my cold paradise, where men sit in circles and talk numbers I never really liked. The way they think of life as some kind of gamble and watch the city drown. Where is it that I belong? -61. Now the wind cuts the leaves like a knife and the sun's out of sight. I see the world I built lose at the trial, what is left and what is right. I made the worst mistake one can make, pretending and playing blind. What is it I'm trying to find?
Okay, time to head home. Let's head home before it gets dark. Feel that. Damn shaky. Okay, you're all right. Let's go home and get you fed. Hey. Not bad, little porter. Not bad at all. Okay, Lou. Time for some nom-noms. Come on, open up. There you go. Who's there? Who are you? Fragile?
Were you cooking?
What are you doing here?
Because I'm free.
I've been looking for you.
Nothing's worrying me.
Wow. Lou's growing up fast. You two look good. Like a happy family. Here's a gift. The finest Carol printed diapers.
Thank God. How'd you track us down?
Your neighbor got hooked up to the Carol network. Service now extends to the whole region. I let myself in with this. You can use Carol printers now, too.
Guess it's time we thought about moving. Maybe further south. You know, I'm surprised you used the front door for once.
My jumping days are behind me. Overdoing it left me with some kind of syndrome. They call it jump shock.
You care for a drink?
Thank you, but no. I should get straight to the point.
Business, huh? I mean, for a moment there, I thought maybe you wanted to catch up.
I have a job for you. Take it, and that whole mess over how you left Bridges will be wiped from the record. You won't have to live in hiding anymore.
What about Lil?
That's a little more complicated. We're talking about a Bridges asset. You'll have to work it out. Sam, you brought America together. Helped it be reborn as the UCA. But I'm afraid the death Stranding is far from over. Humanity is still in danger. Still on the brink of extinction. Don't act like you don't see it. A lot of things changed after you went off on your own. Especially within the UCA. Bridges no longer oversees the distribution network. They withdrew once things were up and running. So your friends and co-workers all went their separate ways. And that's not all. Die Hard Man is not the president of the UCA anymore. In case you're wondering who's handling distribution now, A Pass 4000 has revolutionized the whole process. It utilizes the chiral network to manage and carry out deliveries. Within network coverage, there's no need to rely on human porters anymore. And no need for Fragile Express, of course. So after I closed up shop, I went and started a new group. One that handles work in regions outside the UCA. We decided to call ourselves Drawbridge. And we still require the services of human porters that can work outside the network. Preferably ones with dooms who can sense BTs. Sam, I'm asking you to go to Mexico. To extend the chiral network to the south. Just like you did when you went out west.
You're asking, or is this coming from the UCA?
Both. The UCA came to Drawbridge, and now I'm coming to you. So, what do you say?
Seriously, why me?
There are several reasons I thought of you for this job. Deadman, for one. He's currently working at a lab in southern Mexico. I don't know the details, but the research they're conducting there is important. Very important. And there are certain things he'd like to tell you in person.
Well, that was one reason. You got more?
I do. And this one's serious. There is some BT territory near that lab I mentioned. They monitor the chiralium levels, and recently, they've observed unusual activity. The cause is still unclear, but they seem to think there's a good chance a massive BT is headed their way. And if they're right, then I want you there, ready to kill it before it kills them. Don't forget, Sam. You were the first person in the world to ever take out a BT.
Guess that makes sense. But something's still bugging me.
What?
All this talk about extending the network into Mexico. Isn't the UCA basically expanding their territory? Taking control? Claiming it for their own?
Sam, It's not like that. They're not trying to take over the world. They just want to link up new areas with the chiral network. Like the internet before the Death Stranding. Public infrastructure to connect people. Which is why, instead of turning to an established government agency like Bridges, the UCA contracted a private organization, like ours, who then decided to employ the services of a freelancer like yourself. So please, Sam, won't you help us out? Chiralium contamination is severe. Some areas have it worse than anything you experienced back in the UCA. The timefall storms are growing more intense as well. And, as you can imagine, everything in their path is subject to temporal acceleration. Objects and structures degrade rapidly, while animals and humans grow old and frail in the blink of an eye. Timefall often precedes the appearance of BTs there too. So you should do everything you can to stay out of it as much as possible. There are many other dangers, though. The rivers can flood in an instant, and earthquakes happen daily.
Yeah, all right.
So you'll do it?
Uh-huh. What about Lou, though? It's not like I can take my kid with me. If I do this, can you hold the fort for me while I'm gone? Play babysitter?
We're inside the network. There's a child care app I can use. It'll be fine. The lab is only a few days away. I promise he'll be back before you know it. Link up the region as you head south, and come home safe. We'll be waiting.
All right.
Go on. Slide it on your thumb.
Like a ring? Huh.
Try sticking your thumb out, like you're giving me a like. Access your ring terminal to view the map. From here you can check order details, as well as the cargo for delivery. Now then, let's review the mission that you'll be undertaking on behalf of Drawbridge. Your destination is a research lab in southern Mexico. When you arrive, you'll need to use the Cupid to connect it to the chiral network. Chiral communication utilizes the beach, where time barely passes. Using the Cupid in conjunction with a delivery terminal will allow us to initiate a zero-time massive data transmission. But because of the distance, it's not feasible to head straight to the lab to establish a connection. You'll need to use the way stations to extend network coverage until you're close enough to get the lab online. Your first stop is C1, Ciudad Nuda del Norte. Bring them a delivery and welcome them into the network. Improper corpse disposal remains a serious problem in Mexico. With every additional corpse that spawns a BT, the risk of a void out grows even higher. C1 in particular is struggling to handle this issue. But once they're online, we can give them the technology they need to address the situation. Why don't you take a look at the cargo you're carrying by opening the menu? You can access useful information about your deliveries via your ring terminal. To review the cargo currently in your possession, this is the cargo you'll need to deliver. Be sure. It's an excellent... Oh. Be sure to wait your very... Return to the menu when everything looks good to go. Finally, before heading out, make sure to plot your delivery route. Return to the map. See your destination? There's a river you'll need to cross to get there. There are bandits in the area too. Armed groups that have attacked borders in the past. When you plot a route on the map, you can fit how you get to... Latest model Cupid. Just completed. We decided to put a hold on network expansion until it was ready to go. Like last time, you'll be using it to welcome people into a whole new world. It won't be any harder than before either. The Chiral network terminals are ready and waiting. Bridges saw to that. Amelie's expedition split into two groups midway. The first continued west, while the second cut south into Mexico. But again, they were only able to lay the groundwork. Until you bring those terminals online with the Cupid, the network can't grow. Hungry?
No.
Oh. No more baby food for you.
Don't you get fragile any trouble, I'm gone. Don't you break my kid.
chance to eat.
Can anybody hear me? Hello?
All right, let's get this done.
Anybody out there?
We're in enemy territory now.
What you looking for, dumbass?
Yeah.
ID confirmed. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests. Chiral decontamination in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
You must be Sam. It can't have been easy to come this far south. You're here to bring us onto the chiral network, right? Ah, that's a relief. We'll be able to dispose of corpses properly once you've got us online. That'll be one less thing for our residents to worry about. Anyway, I believe you have some cargo for me, yes? Be one hell of a porter to deliver our stuff in such fine condition. We wrote this stuff off as lost. Thanks for bringing it. It's just like everyone says. You're a man. Okay, use your Cupid to bring us online. The chiral gateway you brought us should allow us to establish a connection between Mexico and the UCA. And with state-of-the-art tech at our disposal, we can finally solve a lot of our problems.
Chiral network coverage successfully expanded. Commencing data collection. Now displaying your current porter grade. Porter grade increased. Congratulations.
Chiral network connection confirmed. And now we can begin fabricating the latest corpse disposal equipment. Until recently, we've been dealing with our dead by burying them in tar, but that solution was growing untenable. We should be okay moving forward. I really can't thank you enough. You must be exhausted after your long journey. We've prepared a private room for your exclusive use. There are countless dangers in these parts. You should rest until you're fully recovered. Don't push on until you're ready. Please, stay here before you set out again. Well, our corpse disposal problem is no longer an issue thanks to you. But there's nothing we can do to get rid of the BT area we created. Fear of BTs and damage from timefall and chiralium exposure will continue to be a concern. And let's not forget about the bandits willing to attack travelers and facilities. But so long as we remain connected to the network, we'll have access to new tools and technologies to help combat these threats. You brought us more than a connection to the outside. You brought us hope. As I mentioned before, we've been taking them to a nearby tar pit and dropping them in. Unfortunately, we took it too far. And it wasn't long before the whole pit turned into a BT area. In trying to prevent the emergence of BTs, we ended up facilitating their creation. And with the constant timefall in the vicinity, gyro contamination has only grown worse. All these problems have contributed to an increased suicide rate, which in turn has resulted in even more bodies that we've had no way to dispose of properly. But thanks to the chiral network, we can now fabricate the corpse disposal facilities that we lack. Everything's going to be all right. Thank you again for everything. I'll get started right away on preparing your next order for you. By the time you wake up, it should be good to go. You'll just need to access the delivery terminal here. I hope I can count on you.
Are you alright? If you're worried about Lou, don't be. I'll admit, the stuff is pretty new to me, but the app has been a big help. Figuring out why a baby's crying, getting the milk just warm enough. It's had the perfect advice for every situation.
Hi.
So, how does it feel to be back in the saddle?
Works same as it ever was. It's the first time I've been away from Lou.
We're fine. Trust me. Just focus on the road, okay?
Yeah.
Blood volume and stamina at optimal levels. No irregularities detected at this time. Has been made available.
Departing facility. New order available. Please review and confirm.
Good morning, Sam. We're already making... Once again, if you access the... We have some materials on hand here. Now, we don't have all the same schematics in Mexico that you have access to in the UCA. But as you link up more facility, we should be able to... I heard that you're planning, so go ahead and I'll explain the finer... Your next destination is Villa Libre. The people there don't have enough medical equipment to meet their needs. If you bring them this delivery, you'll... Timefall... Cargo containers that are exposed to... If you carry container repairs, keep an eye out for the rivers and bandit camps. On your way to Villa Libre, you might pass a post box we built. We left behind some spit. If you see, there should be... Also, if you have any extra equipment, with a moment's generosity. Finally, each post box has a private locker with... So what do you think? Take your time. This order calls for some... But don't forget, So think carefully. Run.
Make all necessary preparations for your delivery. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Order accepted. Thank you. Remember to rest safely. Please give it your all.
Sign detected
Hydration
nearby.
recommended. That... Spirit.
Best of luck to you.
Please give it your all. Cold levels tolerably tolerable. That's the spirit. Very impressive work, Sam. Remember to rest, Sam. Please give it your all. Cold levels tolerably tolerable. That's the spirit.
Thank you. Kindly.
restrictions.
Take care, sir.
Warning, flight risk elevated.
Trouble nearby.
Warning, analysis confirms that these hostile life forms are chiral creatures. Now leaving chiral network coverage.
The skin on my teeth. Oh. This top is over. too tough.
You're Sam, right? Did the timefall give you a lot of trouble? Thanks for making the trip. Allow me to assess the condition of your cargo. It is almost breathtaking how perfect this looks. Wow. Did not think we would ever get this back, but seems I was wrong. Thank you so much for bringing it in. I have to say, this was well worth the wait. I had a feeling you wouldn't let me down. Time to connect the Cupid. Once we're part of the chiral network, we'll be able to use these remote medical units you brought. I can get myself checked out as well. We've all been looking forward to this. So go ahead and link us up.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Chiral communications have been established. Now I can finally use one of these medical units to assess the condition of the child I'm carrying. I just pray there's... The elderly residents... Oh, probably thanks to the... Of course, every additional structure will eat into that band. There's one other... It's not a critical issue, if you're interested. I'm not sure, but for some reason, if something's... And not... But with what... I wanna be... The water carried it into... I know this... If you're willing, all of the you can use... So, if... The only people... The last of the younger residents decided to risk it all. Too many bandits and... We took what we wanted and... But after... Had to clean up my friend. So they ditched me. Left... Even though the port... That's why we... I knew... Looks like the residents of the C1 South Distribution Center need you to recover. You can review... So once you're good to... I'll share it.
Order completed. Well done.
A new feature has been made.
Okay, Sam. Are you ready? Then I'll bring you up to speed with what I know. The order you've undertaken is to recover chiral density gauges that have been stolen by bandits and taken back to their base. The base is located in some overgrown ruins, so you'll have a hard time getting a clear view of it. You might want to construct a watchtower nearby before you charge in. With it, you can... But that's not all, of course. This way, you can help... Think about what I told you. Best of luck.
Please select an item to fabricate.
Order accepted. Thank you. ID confirmed. Tolerably tolerable.
Thank you for visiting us.
Weapons detected. Be advised that use...
They're checking. I will never know how you managed to track this. Let me repay the favor with some local data of ours. Maybe you'll find something of interest. We have allocated more resources for you to use.
Now display your current porter grade.
The data I've shared... Well, this design is tailored for use with our fab. The rod extends. It can also... A thrown rod will release. Test it.
Order completed. Well done.
You have been a great help.
Measures to withstand the heat.
Somebody lend me a hand! My name's Sam! So wait, same here! Can anybody hear me? I can hear you! Somebody lend me a hand! Anybody out there? That's real me.
Come on, let's get this done.
Looking good.
Construction process now complete.
Get it done. Must be their territory.
anybody hear me?
Everything we know is from the radio. Everything we dream is never what they seem.
Talk it over.
Waiting for a change, fearing what's to come, acting kind of dumb. I'm indigo and violet and blue. I'm so in love with you.
Good evening, Sam. ID confirmed. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests. Chiral decontamination in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
Hola, you're Sam, right? I assume you're here to drop off that stolen cargo of ours? With those chiral density gauges in our possession, we'll be able to determine where BGs are likely to appear in the future. So, let's get a look at those containers and see if we're good to go. Está perfecta. I'd swear it had never been outside. Picked this up while you were out and about, huh? Thanks. I just have to say that you're an absolutely incredible porter. Looks like our chiral density gauges are just about good to go. So, let's see what that Cupid of yours can do.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
It's high time we got on the chiral network. Our BT research should go a hell of a lot faster now. We just shared some data with you that'll let you... The chiral density gauges, we can resume all distribution center... A lot... So, you probably think time fall... Our time, after extensive research and development, we were able to... So if you've got one on your tail and it's a... Only downside is that the repel... It has other perks too. The shelter can... We've posted an aid request so you can researchers at other facilities or as you expand chiral network. And I'm sure... So keep on... it's one of the fruits of our... Up until now, our prime... And so, production is securing us. So you'd know all about that, given your... But this weapon utilizes synthetic blood derived from samples taken from... And despite its artificial nature, so you can think of our new weapon as a more... In any case, we won't need to ask you for your blood ever again, so rest easy. If you want to test it out, we have some training facilities here at the distribution center. Feel free to access the... This whole area is a chiralium-rich environment. We've been coordinating with all to help one of the largest void outs ever recorded happen. So massive that we can't afford to... But, between we're gonna make... but, you have to... We'll do a quick survey. And let's not forget, tell you what, we'll get started.
Fine. You guys?
The facility's intact, but the research lab might have taken a hit. The local chiralium levels appear to be rising. Better hurry over there, Sam. Head to the delivery terminal upstairs and check their order.